think the real reason everybody is here, hopefully, is to find out how they can improve their rankings. So first, your sitemap. How many of you guys know what a sitemap is? So a sitemap is basically, if you look at your site, you've got a home page, you've probably got an about page, a services page, so that makes up your sitemap. We use it when we're planning clients' new websites. We have this tool that we use, and we break down kind of a user-friendly way of if I'm stepping in to search for a product or service, am I going to provide the steps that are easy? So there's always the home page is first, usually the contact page is last, and the phone number up in the upper right-hand corner, things like that. So as long as your website's navigation is easy to understand and kind of follows the customer's journey or your client's journey, that's a big part of the process, is just making sure it makes sense to them. And then next is making sure your website works on mobile. Does everybody here have a site that works on mobile devices? Hopefully by now. Back in, I think it was 2015, so before, having a mobile-friendly site was kind of a nice-to-have thing, but then Google made this big announcement back in like 2015, I think, that if your website was not mobile-friendly, you would get demoted in the rankings, so there's a lot of scrambling around that, like, my site's not, and there was, you remember the mobile websites, it was mobile dot whatever, those just kind of went away. Your website needs to be responsive, is another word that people use for it, so that's definitely a big part of the battle there. Same thing with website speed. This is a little bit tricky, kind of plays into the mobile friendliness of a site, where you want your website to load very quickly. I don't know the exact number, but maybe users leave if the site doesn't load in under 2 seconds or something insane like that. People are not patient anymore, they just want to get to where they're going and see the content they want to see. So, and there are tools out there such as Google PageSpeed Insights. I think all of theirs, Google PageSpeed Insights is free. There's a ton of just like website speed checkers that you can find and see. It'll give you like a grade. GTmetrix is another one, I think. Well, long story short, you just want to make sure your website works here. Content is the trickiest part of all of this, I want to say, because once you get like a nice user-friendly sitemap that works on mobile, your website's fast, content is a big part of this. And back in the day, it used to be, as I mentioned, keyword stuffing before, where you just want to make sure you have keyword in all of it. Don't want to do that anymore. You kind of get penalized for that. So you just want to make your content that's easy to read, easy for somebody to understand, it's informative and it's useful. So if you stick down that path and you create your content around kind of those guidelines, you're doing pretty well. Then, one last piece as it relates to your website. Does everybody have analytics installed on their site? Google Analytics or any sort of data tracking? As I mentioned, we use Google Analytics. It's free. It ties into Google Ads and everything else that we set up for clients. So if you can't track how much traffic you're getting to your site, you can't really tell how you're doing in terms of organic search traffic and things like that. And I will say too that we did the rankings exercises before, but there are other markers of success in terms of SEO. So everybody's like, I want to rank number one, right away. It does not work that way. It's going to take, if you're starting from scratch and if you're going hardcore at it, it's going to take 6 to 9 months. That it takes that long. So analytics is very important, and then you can also track, there are certain things, average time user spends on the site is an important stat, so it's not just the rankings, that's a big part of it, but you really want to watch if you're doing any SEO work, see how your organic traffic improves, because if that starts to go up and you see conversions from that, leads from that, that's a marker of success too. So don't think it's not working if you're not number one, if you're getting organic leads that are coming in and starting to